Yes. Yep, that's cool. Oh no, okay. Yeah. I'm doing Melbourne. I'm painting the cityscape of Melbourne, the Yarra River, from the Yarra River today. So that's the plan. Hello B&D, how are you, Dale? Oops, sorry. Okie dokie. Hello peeps. I am painting Melbourne today for Drawsome Live. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So I'm going to start by wetting the whole background. I have pencil doing stuff going everywhere. How are you? I'm great, thank you, Dale. How are you going, B&D? How are you? So I'm going to start by I'm going to go over all these buildings because the colour is reflecting in the windows. So this is the plan. I haven't done a proper cityscape for a long time. Hello, Candid. So can you guys hear Aurora okay? Oh, April, you're awesome. Thank you. My daughter just made me a cup of coffee because she's a legend.
It's a bit...
Oh, pass me.
I spilled a little.
Thank you, Boogaloogs.
Make sure not to dip your paintbrush into it.
Oh, well, I've got it on the opposite side. So I hope everyone can hear me okay. Whoops, and I've got dirt on my doodah. Okay. Ooh, nice. Cool. So if anyone in chat can let me know if you can hear me okay. It says my mic's working, but I thought I'd better check with you guys because you just never know. Technology and all that jazz. And it's been playing up on me because I lost my old webcam, decided not to work anymore. So I've had to upload a new webcam to my phone. Yeah, and today's like, okay, we're just going to go in and hope for the best. Yeah. So I'm hoping everyone can hear. No, no one's answered me yet, but I'm still hopeful. Hang on. Oh, I can hear. Candid said I can hear you. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We are all good then. Thank you, Candid. You're a legend. Okay. I can breathe. Ooh. Yes. So yeah, I know the feeling. So I'm going to leave that little bit there white. The water is a very dark grey, but I'm going to make it blue, ultramarine. So I'm going to start off by wetting completely up to the underneath of the bridge. That's a reflection. So, and I can do all of this side. Right, and I'm just going to wet everywhere. I'm going to cut around the canoe and the canoodlists. Canoodlers? Me canoodles, everyone loves a bit of a canoe. I used to love canoeing. My dad used to take us every, once a week, I can't remember actually, it was Thursday or Saturday nights or afternoons. We used to go canoeing on the Yarra every weekend or every week. And he taught me how to do all the rowing techniques, and Used to absolutely love it. Haven't been in years, but it's absolutely. Oh, I used to love it. Loved it. It's a great exercise, and you get to just sit back and look around and enjoy everything. It's lovely. Okay, so the canoe's white, but I've actually gone over that little bit. I need to just try and lift off a little bit of that blue paint. Not sure if I'm supposed to, but I don't hear aurora. Oh! Oh, okay. No. Oh, okay. I have no idea how to fix that now. Okay, we'll just have to. I'll have to ask. I'll ask April to go and. I don't know how. I don't know. My brain. It's like a no. It's all right. I'll translate. I'll do a translate. It's okay. So, yeah, I'll just translate. She said that'll work. So, right. So I'm going to do the bridge, and I'm going to paint the bridge in a very pale yellow ochre, because it's like a sandstony kind of sandstone and bluestone. So the top of it here, where the road is sandstone, and then the bottom and the stable bit is bluestone. So, and all underneath is red steel arches. Well, that was a wise picture to choose. That's got a lot of complexity to it. Awesome, Jen. So, yeah. Okay, and yes, Aurora is doing a painting of the Twin Towers, which is fascinating to me. I think it's amazing. It's going to be a gorgeous painting. And because we're very close to the anniversary. 20-year anniversary, my goodness. Goodness. All right. So this is all bluestone, so I'm just going to block it in for now. A lot of Melbourne was built with bluestone. Yep. It was accessible and easily mined, I think, and I grew up in a beautiful, well, my grandma's house. I spent my adult part of from teenage to adulthood there, was the back alley, so where they used to drive the horse and cart in the old days, was all bluestone cobbles and bluestone curbing. It was just beautiful. Alright, so that's the bluestone under there. How on earth am I going to... I really didn't think about this very wisely, but that's okay because thinking's overrated. So I'm going to use transparent brown oxide for the rustic looking metalwork. We'll see how that goes. And I'm just going to blot that in. Ooh, that's a very reddy brown, but that's okay. I'll dilute it. And because it's got archways, like underneath, like a skeleton underneath almost. But because it's watercolour, I don't have to be too terribly scarily precise. I can be a little bit looser. It's the beauty of watercolour. Every detail isn't necessary. Okay. We good. Now go back to my yellow ochre and gonna pop some of these patterns onto the lovely bridge. And there's some beautiful restaurants beside this bridge. My best friend and I, when we were allowed to travel, used to go to the city. Way back in the day, when you're allowed to travel from home. Yeah, but that's okay. I'll just stay in the country. It's nice. We'll get to the city again one day. All right. A little bit, I'm going to pop a little bit of brown oxide in my yellow ochre because I think they need to be friends. And I'm going to use that colour in here. Oops. I really aren't 100% sure what I'm doing here, but anyway. Just, yeah, cityscapes are a whole different beast. So I'm alright with perspective. It's the lights that throw me, like the colours that throw me. Yeah. Yeah, the theory's good. The theory and Jenny brain. Yeah. I'll just say yeah. And then go there. Da, da, da. All right, that looks like a bridge. We're happy. Okay. I've got to take my grey up, the blue stone up there. That's a big supporting doodah, which I have nearly run into with my canoe. Okay, so that's all. I'm going to pop patterns down there like that. And then under here, so I'm just using the grey that's mixed up. It's burnt umber and ultramarine blue that I've mixed. Pop in there. Right, I'm going to leave that alone. I just want it to look like a bridge. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just got to look a little bit like a bridge, and I think we've got that effect. Maybe, baby. Okay. I am now going to work on these buildings. How on earth am I going to do that? Anyway, we're going to go burn umber. Cobalt blue. Da, 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 da. Been watching a lot of Nias Hannan's videos, and he does a lot of cityscapes. Ooh, cool. I haven't heard of Nias Hannan. I love, there's a guy called Liron, hang on, I'm going to Google his name. Liron, I always kept Yonsky. Hang on, I'm going to Google him. And he does, he's brilliant. He actually studies one of my favourite artists, and has his technique almost identical to my favourite artist of all time. So I'm going to find his name and I'll watch his videos because he's very similar. His technique and everything is... Oh, that's not it. Liron. There he is. Oh, there he is. Hang on. Liron. Yankonsky. Liron Yankonsky. He is friggin' phenomenal. But I've been watching a few of his, and at the moment he's working on monotone, which is good fun. So this is all... This side is actually darker. I'm going to use a blue. Oh, I'm going to be brave and go. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, no. I'm going to use this brown. I'm going to solidly darken that on the shadow side because I just think it needs to be a shadow colour. And it needs to be darker than everywhere else. That's all trees down there. So does this building, this side, that building. Take that down there. So I'm just darkening up the shadow sides of these buildings. Okay. So this building down here is brown because that's made of stone. This is our cathedral. I think it's St. Paul's Cathedral. Everyone's got one. Yeah. So I'll pop that in there. Pop that. It's got his spires. So I've aspired to have spires in my spires. And I'm going to darken up my left hand side of my spires. Going to pop a bit of darker brown on there on the shadow side. One thing I have learnt from watching artists do this sort of thing is less is more. I tend to get stuck in detail, and less is definitely more. So I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to have to look at that Niaz Hannon. I'm going to write that down before I forget, because I'm a Jenny, and Jennies forget stuff left, right and centre. And I'm in an art room with no clean paper. That'll do. Okay. Well, I do, but it's far, far away. Like, I have to roll across the room and my earphones are stuck to my head and I'll rip out my cord. Okay, Niaz Hannon. I've written it down on the back of a thing. It's like April, my poor daughter, she needed note paper yesterday. And she's like, where's the paper? I'm like, uh-oh, I've got an art room full of it, but I don't know. But it's all watercolour and painting paper and it's all the things. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to go down. I'm going to make this one blue. Okay. Hello, Naomi! Cool, cool. Welcome, welcome. Alright. I probably should have left dots for windows, but the windows are actually a couple of tones darker, so I can pop them in on the shadow side. I can be a bit snicky. And now, on this side, a snick. I'm going to pop in the windows like that. There's a thing on the side of this building, but I've eliminated it. I thought, no, I'm not doing the thing on the side of this building because that creates complex that I don't need, complexities that I'm not needing. Yeah, I'm artistic license. As I throw my brush across the room. Okay, we're good. Oh man, they're like darts. I've got paintbrush darts going in all directions. Like little spears of doom. Like ninja stars. We got artist stars. There's some kind of weird, except yeah, they're pointy. And I'm not a very good shot. So I hit everything I'm not supposed to hit. So I've got my towers on top of me doodah. Why is my thingy, hang on, can I make it smaller? There we go. Oh, now you can see the picture. Woohoo. There we go. All good. Okay. I had the top of my picture chopped off. So this building behind is blue too. So I'll do the dark face of it blue, the shadow face, because it's all glass and it's reflecting the sky. So we're just going rogue and having a go. Come right down there. Like that. Suck up my extra water. I was actually a bit nervous about this piece today because I hadn't done one for so long and I've never been great at them, but that's what you need to do. So that's almost a blue-grey. Oh, I'm going to use a bit of indigo. Get into the indigo, baby. Get into the indigo for the back ones. Now, is it that one? Oh, it's that one. I apologise, Melburnians. There may be some windows and some buildings missing. But I did my best. Oh, really? What's a bellway? Oh, beltway. Oh. Okay, so I just had beltway explained to me by Aurora. I've got to fix this volume thing. I don't know why. Why can people not hear you? What can I press? I need to press a button. What button do I press? Uh-oh, I'm scared. I am scared. I know, he's probably at university. He does school today. We're going to go sound, voice and video. sound. It says microphone Yeti and headset Pro Game. So it should be working. I don't know. No. That's right. I'll interpret. Okay. So. Can you hear me from the other end? If so, I'm sorry. Because you poor thing. Having to hear me on Aurora stream. Me and my Ocker accent. I still struggle to listen to myself. Go road, baby. Okay, so getting some burnt umber. And I'm going to pop, because this building's dirty. Ew, that's a bit too brown, but anyway. What on earth? Oh, that's a crane. Okay. I won't draw the crane in. We're going artistic license again. Okay, so I've got the darker sides. Yeah, I'm just taking out all the tough stuff. Because there's no reason, you know, it's stuff you don't. As long as the buildings are roughly correct. You good? The shape's right. The arrow's the bit that speaks to me. The river is the bit that talks to me about this painting. And we have a festival here at Easter every year, and it's called Moomba, and it's Aboriginal for let's get together and have fun. And they have what they call the Birdman Rally, where you dress up in something crazy, i.e. the flying pizza man, the flying doormat, where you have a big giant doormat, a big giant mat thing, flying carpet with all fringe. It's hard, it's actually made of cardboard or something, and you've got like pretend legs folded up and crossed on front, and you run like crazy off the edge of a bridge into the Yarra. Yep, and the person who gets the furthest wins. So if you Google Birdman Rally, it's mad. And my mum used to help a couple make their Birdman outfit every year. So we used to go to the Birdman Rally and watch people fall off the end of a pier in pretend aeroplanes made of cardboard and all kinds of fun things. But I see the Yarra, and it brings this river brings so many memories to me. Like, it's just a wonderful child. And sitting on my dad's shoulders and watching the parade. Yeah, because there was always thousands and thousands of people, so I'd sit on dad's shoulders and watch all the fancy stuff go past and eat hot dogs and lots of sugar, and then run for 7 days afterwards because I'd be high on sugar. And yeah, it's pretty much like a state fair. It's a big open. I hate hearing myself too. I sound like a child. I just sound weird. You sound lovely, actually, Candid. You've got a lovely speaking voice. I've been watching Candid's videos, and if anyone isn't following Candid, follow Candid, because she is a lovely person and an amazing streamer who's done a very wonderful review on Denise Soden's palette of watercolours, of what is it called? What do they call it? Vegan watercolours. So, yes, I watched it. Oh, it's wonderful. But, it's not made of cow. What? I don't know. I'm having a Jenny moment. It's made of fruit. It doesn't harm anything. I don't know. But they're a wonderful review. It's a wonderful review. Yeah, I'm not sure of the definitions, but they're a lovely looking, beautiful paint. Just gonna pop these little windows in. That building has only got windows on the front. Oh, I've really missed a building, haven't I? But that's okay. Okay, I'm just going to pop, this building is actually a building there. That's fine. We'll pretend that building is like that, because no one else actually knows. That's fine. So now I've got all these. Oh, how am I going to do that? So I've got dark grey. I'm going to use this indigo colour. These windows along here are darker. So I'm literally just doing little blobs for the windows. Hello, Lee's Art Studio. Hello, how are you, doll? It's wonderful to have you here. I'm just attempting a cityscape. And I've got to remember that the windows going that way. Oh, I can't see. Oh, yeah, I can. These windows go down because perspective. Come down here like that. Okay, and the windows actually get paler, more pale. That's not the word. More pale going up. So I'm just going to blob them in. So how's everyone's week going, and what's everyone up to for the rest of their week? Ooh, okay. Very, very goodly. Alright, pop these windows in. Aurora just said to me that she's getting, because for some reason it's not transferring across to my stream, but she's getting her bathroom renovated. I was actually in my bathroom thinking of you in your bathroom the other day, Aurora. Yes, I was thinking, oh, I'd be so excited, yes. Timing. But, yeah. I should be painting and filming, but hey-ho, I'm not. Lee, do it! Do it! Paint a landscape or a cityscape. Do it. So this is all trees. I'm going to go yellow ochre for these buildings. I've managed to get red in my yellow, which is really handy. Not quite sure how that happened, but yeah, it's just a streak at the second. But so I've just got to block in. Oh, I just realised something. My Streamlabs, your Streamlabs isn't showing on my camera. Yes. Oh, hang on. Spare with me, peeps. I just had this realisation. Oh, that's not it. Not that one. No, why is it not? Okay, nothing's working again. Yay, isn't that good? Okay. Sorry. Because Aurora is doing, nothing's working. Why is nothing working? Yeah, update, yay. Yes, I did a game stream on Twitch at the weekend, and that's probably messed everything up. Oh. Okay. Strange. Okay, so these are all little buildings around the front. Yeah, because I'm supposed to be sharing Aurora's screen on here, and it's not, and I don't know why it's not. Hang on. Video capture device. Nope. They're all on. They're all supposed to be on. No. It's on the left one, just not on the right one. Okay. So this is blue stone, so I'm using indigo. And I'm going to go in very dark up the top here. I'm going to let that run down. To the water. Whoops. And I can go, actually I can go up in between those shafts on the internal skeleton of the bridge. Like that. Just to darken those up a bit. Because that is in shadow. So I'm just using a diluted indigo-y colour. Right, now I'm gonna have a break from those for a little bit, and I'm gonna go on to my trees. And my trees are gonna be sap green and indigo, because I mix indigo with everything, because that's what I do. Because my world is indigo. So, and I love indigo, and it's a very Australian green tree colour. So I'm gonna go diluted indigo. Alright, so come down and around here. And then, okay, so there's trees coming down the front of these buildings, so I'm going to pop them in. And I'll add different textures and colours to them as I go, but I'll pop them in there. I can see you on Aurora. I know, I can see me on Aurora, but I can't see Aurora on me. My settings reset, and I'm not technological, am I? Not even remotely technological. I've got no flippin' idea. I just know that I should never touch anything. Ever. And technology just, I have a joke with my son-in-law. It's like, what did you do? It's like, I touched all the things and now nothing works. He's like, don't touch all the things. Yeah, he gets scared. Yeah, don't touch any of the things. And I touch all the things because I try to do it, and that's not good. But anyway, consistency is key, and I am consistently inconsistent and really good at breaking stuff. It's a special gift. So I'm going to brown off that building there, because I can actually go over that tree with, and that building's brown there, and there is a bit of a building there. Alright, and the rest of this is all green, so I'm going to pop the greens in. I've gone to Aurora's channel so I can see you both. Okay, cool. Yes, because I don't know how to fix that. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I'm consistent. I'm always messing something up, aren't I? Like, yeah, it probably is. I probably touched something that I shouldn't have. I own it. I'm one with messing up my computer. So I'm actually supposed to be live streaming with my friend who I'm listening to, and she's creating on her stream, but I've managed to block her from my world so that no one can see her. And now she's crying. Not only did I break my computer, I also broke my friend we're trying to stream together. Goodness graciousness. All right, so come down here. Okay, so that's basically the very roughly blocked in background. Okay, now I can block in that these trees are a little bit paler, so, or more pale as they say, so sap green and indigo to make a richer green. But sap green's just that little bit pale for good old Australian trees. What is that? What have I got a line down there? I don't know. I've got a big line on my picture that I've just forgotten what it's for, and I can't see what it's for, but that's okay. We'll just pretend it's not. I could turn it into something one day. We'll just ignore it. That line is not supposed to be there. I'm not quite sure why I did that. But that one, I don't know what it belongs to. Yeah, it's a floaty. I've got a floaty line I've got a floater. It's a rogue floater line. I know. Okay, so I'm just going to green up that. And then they're very dark underneath because there's lots of dark shadows under these. And then there's some, whatever, these things. Palm trees. Not very common here, but they have them along the promenade. We have a bazillion snow gums and eucalypts. Snow gums, they're a white gum tree, beautiful, white, purple, pink. They're just gorgeous. They're my favourite tree on earth. They are magnificent colours. If I can find a picture, yes, I can probably find a picture. Hang on, I'm going to find you a picture of a snow gum and I'll show you the colours. Hang on. Snow gum, I'm just going to type it in. Snow gum. They are the prettiest tree and we've got them all around us. Images. And you won't believe the colours when you see them. They're just, when they're wet, they're just the most magnificent thing. This is a very old one, I have to say. But this is, I'm showing you, I'm putting it up under my camera. That is a snow gum. Oops. Aren't they gorgeous? So we have those. Yes, we have those all around our farm. And they're my favourite tree to plant. Whimsical from their name. Yes, I think it's because they grow in the colder climates, even though we're not particularly cold. We get cold winters, but really hot summers. And we also get, they're called, what are they called? We get really wild, and the bark just stringy bark. Oh my God, because they have stringy bark. And funny thing that. And yeah, but it comes off in sheets. You can pull it off. But I remember, but also my dad was always fascinated with being able to survive on nature. And you can eat the sap off certain trees. So Dad taught me which trees you could get the sap from, which ones you could eat. Yeah, like they call it bush tucker here, Aboriginal bush tucker. So, yeah, but when I was a kid, my dad taught me, yeah, because we used to go bush a lot and go camping and do all the fun stuff. And he always taught us, oh, yes, and I have a really big knife. Because Aurora made me a comparison. I'm a female crocodile Dundee. And yes, except for I love animals bit. I love animals. I'm not going to, yep. I'm not into wearing alligator skin shoes and all that jazz, but yeah. But apart from that, yes. Actually, someone compared me to Steve Irwin the other day, and I found that's funny. Yes. So I had a bit of a giggle, and I'm like, yeah, I don't mind that. I'm happy with that. So, yeah, because I'd hug a koala. Not big on oceans, but then again, that's not a bad thing. Yeah. Everything and everywhere can kill you, but yeah, I just stay away from everything, all the things. Mind you, this morning I was riding my cycle. I've taken up cycling again, trying to get fit. So I've been cycling about, I know in kilometres, I've been cycling about 10 to 15 kilometres a day. So that's probably about 7 to 10. So that's my 7 to 10 miles, I suppose. And it's all mountains. And kangaroos jump out. This morning I was riding along, and I know where my brakes are, but in the moment I'm like, ah! This kangaroo comes flying, bounding out, and it's bigger than I am. And I'm like, where's the brakes? And how do I do that? What do I do? And it was all right. It was faster than me as well. And I was just this stupid human that got out of the way somehow. Not quite sure how, but yeah, we all live to tell the tale. And the kangaroo just looked at me as I rode past, but with a very unusual look on its face, going, what on earth was that? Yeah. So now I'm going to darken up this water over here. But yes, I've had some funny altercations whilst cycling, and learning how to re-navigate going onto bush roads and dirt tracks. My best friend and I went, oh my God, my best friend and I went last week, and we're riding down this hill. Neither of us had very much control. And on the way up, I swear there wasn't as many ruts in the road. And we both saw these ruts all at once and went, oh no, because we were going quite fast on a downhill run, and both of us sort of let rip and started screaming. And we lived, as you can tell, I'm here. But oh my God, it was so funny though, because there was actually bushwalkers, and they all stopped and watched us go over these ruts because they were like, oh, this is going to be a specky. So yeah, so we actually drew a crowd to watch us stack, but we didn't crash, so it was okay. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny because they actually stopped to watch us navigate this hill. The wrong kind of spectacle. But yeah, today I did the same hill and I didn't have any problems. I navigated a whole lot better. Yes. Avoided the wildlife. And it avoided me. It's figured out my routine. It's like, get away, there's a Jenny coming. Don't go near her. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to cut around these little people in their boat. So who's been watching the Olympics, the Paralympics? I love the Paralympics. Absolutely. Oh, they're such an inspiration. Such an inspiration. I must admit, I always end up in tears when they have their presentations, when they're getting their medals, because they are so beautiful. Oh, yeah. They are so incredible and so inspiring. So I've been a bit addicted to watching the Paralympians. And hearing, and Australian news, they've been telling all of their stories of what their illnesses are, how they got there, and some of their stories, yeah, some of their stories are just amazing. Yeah, it's like suck it up, princess, and get on with life. It makes you think, you've got so much to be grateful for. It's easy to get bogged down. Look, my water's starting to look like water, people. I'm a little bit happy. It's always a good thing when your water starts to look like water. Okay. So I've got my dark bit at the top. I'm going to pop some ripples in down here, leaving the lighter bits. It's very impressionistic. A bit darker down this bit. The athletes are amazing. I was watching a bit and they're so brave. They are phenomenal. Oh my God, there was an Australian, because I love cycling, obviously. There's an Australian BMX rider, and he and his sister were training, and he was in a horrendous accident last year, and he's got a brain injury. And she went in the able body Olympics, and he supported her and cheered her on. But he's gonna try for the Paralympics next time round because he's still in hospital. But oh God, that story, I cried. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's that. I've got to darken up down this bottom corner with my indigo. Whip out my indigo, and I'm using my core watercolours. Love me cores. Love me core watercolours. Do that. Okay, and just pop in some ribbon. My canoe's sort of disappearing in the sun. How am I going? Because I'm gonna have to give the little canoers bright clothes. I think I'm gonna have to brighten up my canoodlers. I'm gonna pop in some shadow colours down the back here. I'm gonna make up a purple. My canoodlers. All right, so I'm gonna make up a dark shadow colour. Add a bit of brown. So I'm mixing up, I'm using blue, red, bit of brown, and it makes up a purpley greyish colour for these. Oh yeah. So inspiring. So I'm just going to cut around and I'm going to make little people. Watch me, I'm going to have little people. I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go like that. And they're like little carrots and I'm going to go around them. Make a mess of it. And then come right here. Because I've got to, so this is all shadow. That's not a person. I'm going to make that person disappear. Pop on there. Okay, so there are little gaps for people. Like that. And that actually dark ends there. So this is all dark. So darken up right under there because that's all dark. And under there, like that. There we go. And that actually is a better shadow colour for under here. So now I'm going to darken up this using that colour because I like it better. And because you can work light to dark, so if you've done something quite lightly, you can go over it with a stronger colour and darken it up. There is a... Thank you. Yes? Looking awesome. Looking awesome, Aurora. Ooh. So Aurora is painting the Twin Towers, or New York City, 20 years ago, 21 years ago. And they've got lights in their place now, don't they? Oh, okay. I thought, yeah, because I saw the display. Wow. Alright, so I'm popping just brick texture, because that's all brick, bluestone. So I'm just going to pop some bluestoney texture in here. And I'm expecting a book. I ordered a book, believe it or not, a US author, my favourite book ever, that I lent to a friend that never came back. Yeah, that book. I ordered another one, which I could only get from the US. At a very expensive price, is about to arrive. So when it arrives, I'll do a review thingy. It won't be a review. It'll be like a page turning thingy, because I wouldn't. It's like my watercolour Bible. I can hear April laughing. Sorry. If anyone can hear April laughing in the background, that's my daughter. I don't know. She's probably watching really funny YouTube videos, or. You are? She is. Okay. No, you're right, darling. It's all you're allowed to have fun, babe. Don't ever apologise for having fun. She's laughing in the background. It makes my heart warm to know that my daughter's a happy camper. Okay, so I'm going to pop some more darks. Yeah, I'm a blessed mum. I'm a very blessed mum to have two beautiful girls and a beautiful son-in-law. He's funny. I love giving him a heap of grief. we Australians have a very unusual sense of humour, and I stir the crap out of him, which means I give him grief, but he knows it's in humour. He gives me grief back. Yeah. No, he's an awesome kid. He's not a kid. But you know what I mean. Everyone's a kid. Anyone under 50 is a kid to me. Yeah. You're under 50, you're a whippersnapper. Yep. You're just a wee little whippersnapper. If you're under 50. Alright, I've got to cut in between these little peoples in my canoodles. Yeah, there we go, that's working. We're getting there. I'm going to give him bright red clothes, I think. I've got to try, the water on this side is so Aurora's doing a pastel piece, a pastel and oil pastel? No, soft pastel. And talking about the sandpaper paper and yeah, I must admit I use grid paper with tooth on it, but I never used sandpapery paper. But I loved like proper sandpaper. Ooh, ooh. Yes. Yep. Very cool. Pop that there. Actually, I had an interesting conversation the other day about watercolours and gouache and you know how it's not light fast and it's not this and it's not that and you shouldn't la 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 la. And then I did a bit of research and Van Gogh and Van Gogh, and I've gone completely blank on all the names, but all of these historic, brilliant, wonderful, amazing artists used gouache. It still exists. Didn't have a problem. Well, yes, okay, it faded and it did change colour, but it's still amazing art. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use what I like using. Yeah, you just... I love watching those restoration shows. Yeah. No, I haven't heard. There's one called Baumgartner. I haven't, no. Ooh. Well, it can be an issue, but you don't. I was always taught when you have watercolors, you never hang them in direct sunlight because they will fade. It's a known thing. You put them under UV protected glass and yeah. It just seems to be the new. Yeah, airtight under UV protected glass. That's how they test it. They stick it outside, and they're doing something completely unnatural. Yeah. And I'm like, or stick it on a windowsill. It's like that's the biggest no-no. But yeah, so it was funny. I was watching this review, and I'm like, interesting. When it's hundreds and hundreds of year old art without the technology that we've got. But yeah, it was funny. It was quite funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm still going to use my stuff. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And I've got to darken up this side. I'm going to pop just the windows up here. I'm going to have to do a wash over the top of the whole thing again when it's dry. I'm just popping windows in now. Like that. My buildings are all a little bit wobbly, but that's what you get from freehand drawing. We're a little bit wobbly. Yeah. I've just noticed, well, now I've added colour, I can see all the wiggly wobbliness of my paintings. And I'm like, Okay, I'm not going to do too much. I'm just going to pop some lines down that one. So this, you can't actually see the windows in that one. It just looks like a, oh, there go my puppy dogs. I'm going to darken that one right up. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. I believe using whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I am absolutely in total agreement with that. Yeah, there's so many people, you don't use this colour, don't use that colour, and they actually cause problems. Like, people stop buying brands because of these people. And it's like, just do your research. See what, okay, it might not last 500 years. Neither am I. I'm not going to last 500 years. But most things, if kept correctly, like, I've got paintings that I have got under UV glass because they're protected, and like I've pastels that have got dust proof on the inside, and so that when the dust does drop, it doesn't land on the glass, so you've got a gap and things like that. And you go the extra mile to frame them and store them, if you're doing fine art. But the most famous people in the world have been doing it for hundreds of years, i.e. gouache and watercolour. And because I'm like, so I had someone say to me that I can't sell my gouache pieces because it's not light fast. I'm like, and who are you listening to? Yeah. Okay. But yes, you sell it with you frame correctly, or tell them how to frame it, and not to hang in direct sunlight. And you'll get 100 years out of it. All right, so come down, because I actually looked at what's his name? Hang on, I'm gonna Google gouache art history. It was Van Gogh was one. Images. 18th century gouache pieces. So 18th century, that's 1700, 18, 19, 2000, 300-year-old gouache paintings. Yeah, it has changed colour a little bit. I will give you that, yeah. All right, so I've got to green up my trees a bit more. That is looking, oh, wow, you're done! Oh my God. Aurora's a ninja. I'm just going to darken up. I'm undecided. I've got to dull it down a little bit. I've got too much going on. So I'm just going to put washes over the top. Got to make... Yeah. Yeah, it should disappear. Yeah, so I'm actually going to put a wash over the top of the whole thing in a minute. So I'm going to go, because that'll dull it. Well, actually, bizarrely, the focal point's sort of supposed to be the river, but my eye's drawn to all the dots now. So I've got to tidy that up. Yeah. So, but that's okay, because I'll just put a wash over the top. I'm going to do in my little canoodlers. And I'm going to give them little red clothes. Give them little red clothes. Give them they can have little red outfits. Get their little red flocks on. Okay, so he's sitting there. They've got their little arms resting on their legs. Well, that's what I had to stick with, sort of neutral colours, because our city's grey. Our city's greys, and because it's sandstone and all of that, I had to stick with, yeah, it's sandstones and what do you call it? I've gone completely blank. And grey stone. Yes, concrete and concrete jungle. Okay, I'm just going to darken up that shadow just directly under the boat. It looks gorgeous, Aurora. The bridges are hard. Aurora's painted the golden, is it the Golden Gate? Team uniform? Yes, Lee. I am now going to attempt to dull all of these buildings down because they are way too vibrant. So the dark faces of them and this one's, I'm going to go over the top. Of all of them. That'll hopefully dull them down and unify them a little bit more. Make them look more grey and bleak looking that they are. Bleak and grey. It's a city. I love me greens. I'm a country girl. Oh, I could break into that. What's that? Yeah, everywhere from my house is, because I'm a country girl. Well, I was born in the city. I was born walking distance from the city. But, yeah, now I'm everywhere's an hour drive in any direction. But, okay. The bridge. So, Aurora's just saying she's got a Walmart across the street. That freaks me out. That's like, wow, that's unreal. Just darkening up here. Yeah, we have suburban areas that are accessible to the city but not city. Yeah. yeah, you've got the happy balance of everything, all the things. Yeah, and I'm actually probably going to do another one over the whole sky. I'm going to leave everything else pretty much. I sort of, oh, thank you. But yeah, I just had to dull it all down just a tad. I might even do another very gentle purpley shadowy wash. Get a bit more blue in there. Take that. I'll leave a few little dots of, darken that face there. Yes, just had to dull everything down a fraction. Yes, so that now disappears off back into the distance. That's the plan. I'm still not great at it by any means. I need to practice this more. So this was why I was excited and scared all at once to do this piece. I was all of the things, except I've got it on my bridge. I need to get it off my bridge, pick it off my bridge. There we go. All right. I'm just going to take a damp brush and try and get that off there. Like that. All right. I reckon I'm going to call that. Oh, I forgot my trees up the top. Shoot. I've got to darken up my trees up. No, I think it's just gonna pretend it's gonna be there forever and not have any meaning whatsoever. That line there, we don't know. I can't actually stick anything over it either. Actually, I could. That's an idea. I'll do that. I'll crop it because there is nothing beyond that point. Okay. And now I'm going to call it. Done. And yours is very gorgeous too, Miss Aurora. So everyone needs to pop across and check Aurora's Art World. I will have her linked below when I adjust all my linky bits. So we have a finished cityscape. So Aurora and I will be back same time, same channel next week. Hopefully I will have all my bits functioning. Hopefully we'll have all the things. I'm going to sign this. Where am I going to sign it? I'll sign it down here. I'm going to sign it in white because that would be easy. Woohoo! Oh my God, we're hooking through it. Week 35 of drawsome. We are. Okay. We only have 9 thingies. 18. So we've got 18 weeks of art left for drawsome for this year. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. They are. Aurora's a very clever lady. But yes, so we shall love and leave you all till, well, we both release lots more videos. Aurora does everything from painting, crafting, making beautiful journals, journaling from start to finish, making the books even, making the paper even, to like mind-blowing. If you don't follow Aurora at Aurora's Art World, it's a must. It's a must because she does all the things. I just draw and paint. No, she does everything. So I would love it if you would pop a follow if you don't already. And I will see you all for the next video. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. You guys and girls are a world of awesomeness. And I will see you next time. Love yous all. I'm waving and I have no face cam because I lost my face cam. But I'm waving anyway. So I'm waving. You just can't see me. Okay, bye everybody.